Hey you guys, okay, so today I am so excited to film this video. I got so many fun and exciting things to talk about, so many things that I'm just like excited to share and that I've been like really wanting to share and wanting to talk about, which is like the best kind of video to do, right? I love doing favorites videos, but yeah, I'm gonna try to kind of mix it up. So today, obviously, I'm going to talk about a few new things that I have done recently, something that I've been talking about a long time, Botox and some filler that I've been asking you guys about for years, and in a few, gosh, I don't know, maybe like a few months ago, I told you guys that I was like really thinking about doing it, you know, and all this stuff. So I'm going to talk about that experience because I am a total noob to that, and you see people getting these things done all the time. It's kind of like, oh, the norm, like, which, no, whatever. I think you do exactly what you want to do. Who the hell cares? Which we'll get into all that. But part of it to me was like, I feel like not an outsider, but like I have no idea what to expect. You know what I mean? And I think that getting my experience that may be a little more like conservative with that kind of thing. I got it done, was it a couple months ago? Something I was very particular about, and I feel like I did it a very, very good way. In a way which like no one even really noticed. A few people noticed my lips the second time I did them. I have done it twice. I kind of worked up and I loved that. And that was what I told her when I did it. I was like, I do not want this to be an in your face, I've changed my looks kind of thing. To make my lips kind of look like their shape, but maybe like, you know, just a little bit. Okay, whatever, we'll talk about it. But you know, we're gonna get like all into that. But I have some beauty favorites too that I'm gonna kind of like run through. So I know you guys wanna see those things. I have got, I wanna talk about like the new like do you things. I'm gonna try out a few things. I got a few like Kylie things, which was kind of a funny story. A few new hair things. And then my next video, I wanna do a home favorites because I've gotten so many cool new things with my house lately that I think is really like worth sharing. So we'll talk about that and what else? And some like spring fashiony things coming up because I'm like so all ready for spring. I'm loving that you guys loved my last video that I did, my clothing video, the Walmart video. This is that jacket. And let me just tell you, pick this up and let me tell you why. So like this whole like, oh, just throw your jacket over your shoulder. It's a very like classic. When I think of it, I think of a very like, I feel like it's a very old school look, right? It's kind of like a trendy thing you see people doing and you're like either wear the jacket or don't. Do you know what I mean? But to me, it's always been like, I picture like my grandma in the 50s or something. Do you know what I don't know, just like wearing your little like cardigan or something like with your little button. And sometimes it can be very like uncomfortable because the jacket that you're wearing it with is too small or it just looks kind of like awkward. This is the jacket from that video, you guys. It's the softest denim jacket of all time. It's oversized enough where it fits over your shoulders and you're not like fighting it. Like you can move your arms around, it like doesn't fall off. It's very good. And I think it's just one that you can just throw over. It's not too structured where it like sticks out like a, you know, like wings or something. I just feel like it's a really good one. And it is under $20. So I love it. It's like, it's my new favorite. It's my go-to. So I wanted to show you that because I don't think I wore it like that in the video, or if I did, I didn't really like focus on telling you guys about that. And that was something that I really loved about it. Okay, so I feel kind of bad like saying, oh, I'm gonna talk about the Botox and filler at the end. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that now. But I've got so many new beauty products, you guys. Like I said, I wanna tell you guys about the Do You stuff, the new Too Faced Better Than Sex, and a toothbrush that's amazing. Do not skip over the favorites in this video because they're really good. I've said for years, and so I'm 34. I'm gonna be 35 in a few months. And I told you guys, you know, that like I don't want to change the way that I look. I'm very like expressive and like I make faces and like, but I have told you guys this before. It's not a shock if you've watched my videos because I've talked about doing this. I've talked about wanting to do this. I've told you guys exactly what I wanted to do. And part of my hesitation of doing it was that part of me didn't think it would be like super possible to get it just right. You know, you see people who look frozen or like their eyebrows are like permanently like kind of too high or they look too low. And my big thing was I want to be able to do this. Like I want to be able to move, you know, look a little without like scrunching my brows in, which I don't get those 11 things. I never, like just the way my face moves, I don't really do that. But my forehead isn't super expressive here anyways, but sometimes I would do it and I would notice, you know, I just didn't want to be able to like really lift that up where it would like give you tons of. So I think it's just right, and I really told her that when I went in. I went to Missy at Aesthetic Specialty Center. If you're near the Alpharetta area, she's amazing. Really loved her, and she was just so like smart, like knew what she was doing. But yeah, really she did it in just the babyest amount, and she was like, you know, you can come back in a couple weeks if you want more, you can add it, and to me it was just perfect. The biggest, like right now it feels just normal, you know, but when I first did it, it felt almost like someone's like holding your head, or like it's just like a little tickly feeling, or like just a weird, odd feeling. But then once it's settled in, it's fine, and you just don't notice it. So I believe it wears off like every 4 months or so, so I'll definitely want to keep it up. It is a preventative thing, and I said that one time to someone. They're like, it's not preventable. It keeps wrinkles from forming in those areas, and I didn't even realize that I already had some. You know, you see me, like there's lights and whatever, you may not really know, but I didn't realize how smooth my forehead would look, and it's really just because, you know, after you're not like making those like giant wrinkles or whatever, or those giant expressions, they just kind of fall out. So that's what I really like the most. I like love that I am very like expressive still, like in all the ways that I really like, and not a single person noticed, which was really exciting. I thought my worst nightmare would be to get it done and then come on camera and be like this, or like, hey, you know what I mean? And I was my biggest critic, because my very first video that I edited a few months back when I did it, I thought I'm gonna be able to tell if this is off. And I was like, wow, I look just refreshed, or I look good, you know? Like I look like myself, but better. So, you know, still so perfect. So start small. And like I said, I don't like to give medical advice. Like that's why I don't talk about other things, but here's my thing. I don't want to ever influence you guys to do anything like that, but go somewhere reputable. Don't like go up with a bunch of your girlfriends and like say, oh, come on over and give me some Botox, or, oh yeah, just in passing, give me some Botox. You know what I mean? Which that's terrifying to me. Like I'm such a, I don't want to say hypochondriac, but I'm just so like freaked out by things. Go somewhere that's reputable. Go to someone that's like licensed to do these things. When Misty was talking to me about it, it was like she spent like, I think I was there for like 40 minutes just talking to her before we even did it. She was watching how my face moved. You know, she was explaining, you know, I told her, I was like, you know, it freaks me out that, you know, I've talked to people who, you know, they've done it and like their eyes droop and they can't put their makeup on, or they, you know, they look like this, or it's just like, and so I'm like sharing all my fears with her, you know, like probably freaking her the hell out. She's like, this girl, like what has walked into my office? But she was explaining to me, even just with me saying like, I want this to move, but I don't want that to move. She was like, well, I still have to put it here. Well, I still have to put it here, and here's why. Make sure someone's certified to do it, whatever, okay? Make your own decision, but just do that, okay? But starting small, I think you really, really have to start small. That's kind of what I did. Like even with my lips and stuff, it was like so micro, just the tiniest bit. I mean, I can't even tell you, like the amount of Botox she used was just teeny tiny compared. So I don't know. While I was there, I thought, you know what? My lip liner actually does not look good today. I don't have something new and I thought I liked it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I don't like it so much. Okay, whatever. But I was like, while I'm there, I'm gonna get my lips. I'm gonna get a little bit done in my lips. Now you guys kind of noticed in the last couple photos that I posted on Instagram, a few people have commented in videos, just in my most recent ones, after the second time that I did it. But the first time it just looked a little better. It wasn't like, whoa, those are lip injections. I don't have big lips. I still don't have big lips by any means. I don't want that. I have smaller lips. I just wanted the shape to be pretty. I have this top lip that faces downward, and you have to be so careful when you get lip injections when you have that kind of lip. And I've talked about this before. You can look shadowy, like you have a mustache, because it's like all the filler goes into your upper lip, which that kind of happens. Like you can't avoid, like that's where it goes. But if you get someone that knows what they're doing, you know, you just don't pound it all in there all at once. And I definitely don't want them any bigger than this. Like I said, I did not go in saying, I want big lips, you know. I just wanted that shape to be a little nicer. Do you know what I mean? I didn't want to be like, hey, look, here I am. So they still look like my lips. It's just like, she looks a little, I don't want to say better, but something happened there and it's good. That's really just what I was wanting. So she kind of like talked to me about what to get, and we decided to do the Juvederm Velour, which I believe is like the one that's the most expensive Juvederm. And she was like, you know, if someone comes in here and they just want giant lips, I'm not gonna like usually give them this, because for one, it's so expensive. A lot of, you know, I believe it's like, I don't want to say double the price of the regular, or there's like 2 other kinds of the Juvederm, but it's softer and it feels more like I can't, like I thought I was gonna feel like weird lips. They just feel like my lips, and I can't like feel it. It's just weird. I don't know if I'm used to it, and I don't have a whole lot by any means, but I really like it. And you know, it's a beauty thing that I think helped. For a year, what's funny is like for years when I didn't have Botox, everyone was like, oh, go easy on the Botox. I'm like, I don't have it. Like I've never done it. You know, like what are you talking about? I don't know. I think because people like just see that this is what my eyebrows look like. I don't know what. The only thing that it stopped for me was doing this in the middle. And then if I really try to like do this, I can't scrunch this up. Like I can still like look pissed when I want to. I've never looked and thought, oh, I can't do that. Or, oh, I don't look like myself in this moment. Do you know what I mean? So that's good. The lips were just such a pleasant surprise that I liked them as much as I did. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try it. You know, they'll dissolve in like 18 months if it's not good. And I literally said, just the teeny tiniest amount. She started so small. And then I went back weeks later and had her do just a teeny tiny more. And then that's when I really thought, okay, this is the perfect amount. And she just barely put more on my bottom. I don't remember. Because I remember the first time I went, my bottom one, you could tell, but my top one still looked like the same. So I think it's just right. Missy is who you want to go to. So I'll put her info below. I pay for my own stuff there. Like it's not that, I'm just saying, she's a really good person to go to. I love her, and the office is just absolutely like beautiful. And I'm kind of a baby about stuff, and I'll be honest with you, like she put the numbing stuff on there and it's really not that bad. She used that little like, you know, she's this little like vibrating bar thing that she put as she went, and I didn't really notice much. Sometimes it would be like, you know, sometimes like my eye would water a little bit, you know, like, but she did it, but it was just quick and it was good. But what freaked me out, like my lips didn't bother me much, but the Botox really was kind of like, bleh, because you can like hear it, like, you know what I mean? And so I was like, give me the vibrator, and I was like holding it like against my temple just so like I could hear that instead of the stuff going in. That I'm just a little squeamish, and I just didn't love that. And honestly, like, I'm not gonna care when I go back and get my lips done. I'm not gonna dread that at all. But going back to do the Botox is gonna be something that is like, bleh, like I don't know, I just kind of like overthink it, I don't know. But you know, we talk about beauty tricks and secrets and things like that, and that is something that I think is just so good to do if you're wanting to do it. I don't want to say don't start young. I'm gonna be 35, like I said. If you don't feel like you need it, then don't do it. I didn't feel like, oh, I need to do this. I just like to take care of myself, and I thought if it's something that makes you feel good, I'm not being influenced by anything. Obviously, I've done this for like 10 years. I've never done that. You know, I don't want to change. You know, people say they hate my nose. I don't want to change my nose. I like my nose. You know, people said your lips are too small. I don't care. I wanted to do it once I noticed, like, you know, I'm enjoying wearing all these lip glosses and, you know, lip liner. It just goes on so much better. And I still look like myself. Like, I'm not like, okay, I didn't take in this and say, I want these lips, you know? I just enhance what you've got. If you want totally different thing, do that. But, you know, just don't care, you know? And I'm sure now people are gonna like comment and stuff, like people that never noticed in the past 2 months that I had done this. People that literally were like commenting that I looked good like a week ago or whatever and did not notice for 2 months that I did this. I get it, I'm talking about it now. But like, I don't feel like I look different. I feel like I just look a little better, and I think that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. We do our hair, we do our makeup, we spray our bodies with tanner if that's what you're into. Do what you want, but do your research. And that's why sometimes like I don't wanna talk about medical stuff. I don't wanna talk about things like that because I think that it is important. Like I'm very much like anti being influenced on like medical procedures. And I get that's kind of what it is, but you've really just got to do what I did, think about it, don't be influenced by anybody else. Don't see me and say, oh, Tiffany did this, I need to do this. But if you were like me and you were on the fence, or you were just wondering about it, or if you're just looking for a reputable person to go to, you know, I just wanted to share. You know, I just feel like you gotta do what you wanna do in life. We all have to kind of do our own thing, like make your own way. Like, I feel like you just have to do what you wanna do. Like, honestly, okay, no one is more opinionated than myself. I don't wanna say like on everything, but yeah, on everything. But when it comes to like myself or looks or like procedures or Botox or filler, I'm very opinionated on that. Where it pertains to myself, I want to look like myself. I don't want to go overboard. I didn't want to start too young. But if someone else wants to do something, I don't care. And that's what I will never understand. Like caring what other people do or commenting in this like environment that we have of building up women, where I think a lot of women are all talk about that, men too, you know, building up women and encouraging, yet it's like you see a Kardashian or you see someone that's done something and you're like, look at her, look at that. And it's like, well, so you are judging people by their looks. The funniest thing, oh my gosh, I have so much stuff to share with you. Like, we're gonna run through these beauty favorites real fast. We're just gonna have a long video today. I could have separated it into 2 videos and made you guys watch 2 different videos, but I'm not. We're just gonna go for it. I'm gonna share with y'all a pretty good life lesson, okay? Okay. I'm gonna share, this is something that I'll share with my daughter. This is something that I think, and I think what it is, I've seen this over 10 years. I've seen people's interactions. I've seen human nature. I've seen women talk, the way people talk on social media, but yet they say that they're super supportive and that, you know, they're really, you know, an authority on this or that. No, well, I can share that because you have a comment section, or I can, well, everybody's got ears and you're in public every day. Do you tell people everything that you think about? No. And I know someone in their mind right now is justifying it, saying, well, no, it's social media. You put it out there, I can judge you. No. Well, you can do anything you want to do. You can run naked down the street, but is it okay? No. That is never okay. I think it's just how people justify their actions. And I don't get it bad. Even if I did, I wouldn't care. Like, I'm not trying to like beg for, and I've said this before. When I say these things, I'm not saying, oh, please stop doing this because it's bothering me. I don't give a shit. Like, say whatever you want. Like, I can filter it out. Like, I don't have to see if I don't want to see it, and that's just how it is. Here's the thing. Before you leave a comment, before you say something to anyone, think, would I say this to my cashier at Starbucks? Or insert wherever you like. I mean, whatever. Would I say this to her? And you might say, oh, it's not the same thing. It is the same thing, girl. It is the same thing. It's common courtesy. It's human decency. Whether you say it out of your mouth or whether you type it on a computer, it's coming from you. It's coming from your soul. Like, cut it out. Be a good person. You'll be happier, okay? I'm trying to help you. I promise. And I think all my people watching here are like my people, and you guys are like good. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this is something good, I think, to pass on to our kids. Like, well, can I never say anything about people that have done something to themselves or this or that? Say that I don't like it? No, you don't say that. That's just not like socially normal. I don't want to say normal, but just, I mean, you're gonna look like a weirdo if you say those things. You're just making yourself into a weirdo. Say I like have a waitress that I see a lot, or a Starbucks cashier or whatever, and I see her a lot or whatever, and I notice like she's done a little something. What I say, and oh, I did this to this girl at the dermatologist the other day when I was checking out. Like, she looked really cute. She had on glasses, you know, and she had on these cool glasses, and you could tell like she'd done her makeup. She looked really cute. And I was like, I love your look today. Like, you look really good. And she's like, oh, thanks, you know. Now, if I would have noticed like her lips look different, or she's looking like real good, I would have said, you look real good today. Like, you look glowing. Like, you look great. Like, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. You look wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, if I see the girl at Starbucks and I'm like, holy shit, she's done something to her face, and do I, you know, okay, am I gonna go up and be like, girl, your lips, like, what are you doing? Like, no. First of all, I would get punched in the face. Second of all, I would leave and everyone would be looking at me like, what a weirdo. And I'm just saying that's what these comments make people look like. And I think, and I'm not saying this on my behalf, I'm saying this, like, people my age, people younger than me, like, we have kids that are coming up. People older than me, like, you have teenagers, people my age have teenagers. You know, you've got, we're bringing up kids in this era of social media where it's no longer just, you know, teaching our kids how to treat people at school, how to not be, you know, not to be a bully, how to treat people in public. It's like, you've got to teach them not to be a complete, like, troll nightmare that's gonna, like, go nowhere in life as well. You guys are just such good people. Like, I don't know, I feel like I just connect so much with so many of you. When I see you guys in person, if I ever, like, see you guys out and about, like, I could just tell you guys are just good people. And when I get, you know, when I get ranty, it's not like telling you guys what to do. It's just, this is like a, not diary for me, but it is such like it's so nice sometimes just to talk about things. And maybe you got something out of it. I don't know. I think it's good. I'm constantly telling myself things. And I mean, as you can tell, I'm having this like conversation with myself, literally. I think we can all work on ourselves. We can all like remind ourselves of things. And I think that's a good thing, especially if you have kids. It's just a good way to kind of tell kids how to treat people online and how to, you know, be better people, and even ourselves. You catch ourselves wanting to say something snarky, all of us. I mean, it gets you nowhere. I see all the time that like I can see them like making negative comments all the time and they're not killing it. You know what I mean? People that you see that are just building people up and that are happy are the happiest. There's something to that, and I want that for each and every one of you guys, for us to be happy mamas and to have happy children. I just think it's so important. Just the most important thing you can do is treat people nicely and teach our children how to treat people nicely. So all this judgment, all of this crap has to stop. So I'm just saying it is important. It is something. How did we get on this topic? I don't know. Maybe it's because we're talking about like looks and, you know, all these things that can be very controversial topics. But I hope that makes sense. Oh my gosh, the biggest thing I'm not gonna get to this stuff, y'all. We will, we're gonna do it just real quick. Livy and I went into Ulta the other day. Oh, this is just gonna segue right into my things. I'm just gonna show you all the stuff that I got. To get a present for my sister. And we go in there and I see like this giant setup of Kylie, and I had no idea. I think someone may have told me a long time ago. I don't know. I just totally forgot that Kylie had her stuff there. And I bought some of her lip kits like years ago, like years ago, like when they were like selling out all the time, you know, like online. You know, it's like her big face, like big old like red lips. So Olivia and I walked in, and the first thing, like I go over there to look at it because I'm like, oh, because I wanted to look at the eyeshadow palettes in person. And when Jen and I went to LA, she had this one. And I even texted her later and was like, what was the one that you had? And she said it didn't have a name, which yeah, it doesn't have a name on it. But anyways, I think she took a picture of it and sent it to me. And when I saw this, I was like, I know that's the one she had. So I ended up buying it, which is really good. But so anyways, my daughter walked up, she saw like, you know, the table, right in front of the table, there were like big red lips. It was just like her lips. And Olivia goes, oh, mommy, look how pretty. And I was like, isn't that gorgeous? I was like, that's so pretty. I love that color. You know, we were just talking, and there was a woman next to me, and she goes, meanwhile, this woman's like shopping for Kylie stuff, okay, but she's like total hater. And she was like, if my daughter would have said that, my reaction would have been much different. Like, she's like, no, we don't play with the Kardashians at my house. Like, no, we don't mess around with that. And I was like, oh yeah, and I just like kind of laughed it off. I was like, okay. And so then she walks away, and I'm thinking, what kind of message does that send? Like, what kind of message does that send? It's like okay to you know, to send to your message to send to your kids. It's okay to build up women and to accept women of all shapes, sizes, colors, whatever we look like. But the Kardashians are garbage, or these women are ugly, or, you know, look at her, look at that. And it's like, barf. Like, it just rubbed me the wrong way, and I just didn't love it. And it was just like, whatever, okay, whatever. Have your opinions, but that's mine, and that's that, okay? And that's my TED Talk, okay? That's life lessons with Tiffany, whatever, I don't know. And guys, I know like sometimes I get on these rants, I don't have it all figured out. I just literally am like sharing something that I think might be of some kind of value. A Starbucks thing though, for real, think about it. And it's not for my, I don't care. Call me every name, I don't care. Tell me how bad you think I look. I don't give a shit. This is just a tip that'll help you. You won't look like a nightmare. You'll come off looking much better online. Like, look at people that have like big social media accounts or big followings. Like, are they trolls? Like, are they leaving hate comments to people? No. Like, what do you expect? Are you gonna get anything good out of life by doing that? No. Gosh, I really just went on one with that. I didn't dry my hair today, and I just kept like kind of like brushing it, like doing this. So I feel like it's kind of like fluffy. Like, I feel like there's like a lot of little like flyaways, but I wanted to share something. So with my hair, I've always loved using products with blonde hair, like with my fine hair, that are very heavy. Like sometimes, like years ago, I would be using like really heavy conditioner or whatever. I don't love to use a lot of volumizing products unless if I use like a volumizing shampoo and then like a super heavy conditioner. My hair's only gonna get so big. Volumizing shampoo is only gonna do so much, but my hair's so fine that, and especially when it's shorter and it doesn't have as much weight, that it just gets very kind of like, not fluffy in a good way, but just it kind of flies away, and it's just kind of like blah. I feel like I would almost rather have it a little like sleeker, a little heavier, and it be really moisturized and like better. But my whole life I've dealt with these little flyaways, and I remember going into the bathroom in high school. Even my hairstylist says that now. I've always got so many little baby hairs, and when I was in high school, I remember going into the bathroom and like taking chapstick to try to like make them lay down, because I literally look like I stuck my finger in a light socket. And I still deal with that. And sometimes like I just don't want to use hairspray or whatever. I just don't want to like put alcohol over my hair, like dry it out. And I remember years ago I had this wax that was like some kind of Redken wax. So I was trying to find something again. And I ended up probably spending more than I should have on a product like this, but I really, really love this. It's the R&Co Continental Glossing Wax. And I don't know, I mean, you could use this for a guy too. It smells very like unisex, it's very fresh. But like even right here, like I just have hair that just sticks out everywhere. So I just put a bunch on my fingers and I put it here. And I'm not kidding, it is like the heaviest. I put just a tiny bit on there earlier, I think. It will really like, it is the heaviest, dudiest stuff, but it doesn't make your hair look greasy. I mean, if you put a bunch, it probably would. But then I take it and kind of like, you know. So if you're like me and you fight those little flyaways, or you'll put like cream on your hair, you'll put something on your hair and like in 2 seconds it'll be popped right back up. This is like serious, oh, it's like all over now. It's like serious stuff. I ended up buying this brush too. I never spend a whole lot on brushes, and Olivia has this brush that looks like this. It's like an older like goodie brush that I keep in the kitchen, in one of the kitchen drawers, because I always do her hair there. Kind of like, this is a little, this is pretty soft too. but hers is really kind of like soft and worn in. That's what I like to use for her hair. We were on a trip a while back and I didn't bring my brush, and I used it to dry my hair, and I was like, whoa, this is like really good. Like, why am I using those like metally brushes? And sometimes those metally brushes that like aren't all one piece, they snag your hair at the little thing. So I went and looked, and I was having a hard time finding one that was solid, and I don't know, maybe I could have found one that was a little less expensive, but I wanted one that was this size, like a small size, because usually they're like a little bigger or like very large. And when I was buying this, I saw this and I was like, okay, that's real cute. So it's just a very basic brush, but it's well made. And something about it, like when I use these types of brushes on my hair, it just makes it look so soft and pretty. I feel like it's not harsh on my hair. I don't know, I just really like it. My hair's getting to that point where it's starting to like flip out. It's grown so much. My hair grows so fast. I feel like it's grown so much. And I think I'm just gonna kind of let it go and just kind of see what happens. I don't know, like 40 minutes. Do we even care? Should we just keep going? Whatever. I feel like so many of these things deserve like so much time, and I feel like we're just all over the place, but whatever. I feel like we've gone so long, but whatever. Hopefully you guys are like still here for it, because we've got so many good beauty products to talk about. But I've been a Sonicare toothbrush person for, I don't even say like 20 years. Has it been 20 years? I don't even know. Like I got my first one, I wanna say like when I was in high school, and used that one for years. You know, you change the brush heads every 3 months, but you know, the base will last you a very long time. And then I changed that up. Recently I got a new one, and I wanted one that was like, had like the little UV lights, or that did something a little fancy. And I ended up finding one that was like a different brand that wasn't a Sonicare. And then the light went out, and I was like, good Lord. So I saw these the other day. It's the Quip toothbrush. And recently, like when I got my wisdom tooth removed and I had my gums lasered, was on like right between like one tooth really. I've always had, like my gums have grown down a little farther over like these two teeth, just from when I had my braces when I was literally in 8th grade. And for years, I would have dentists say, you know, you need to get this, you know, you can get this lasered if you want, you know. Just being afraid of the dentist, or I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And I'm telling you guys, I wish I would have done that years ago. So I had that done like in January. It's one of the best things I've ever done. I cannot believe I didn't do it sooner. While I'm having my wisdom tooth out, just do that. Just take care of me, you know? But anyways, I had to use a really soft toothbrush, just like a regular, like old school toothbrush. And something was really satisfying just about brushing. And I feel like my gums looked better. I mean, they looked better because I had that done, but I just felt like it, I don't know. And when I went back to using the Sonic one, which the UV light was out, but I thought, whatever, I'm just gonna keep using the toothbrush. It felt so harsh and so crazy, like even on the gentle cycle. Okay. So anyways, I grabbed this. I'm not sponsored by this company in any way, because I used to always hear about this like on podcasts and stuff, but it's the Quip. And I think they have a $20 version too, but I wanted the metal handle, because the handles, like I said, will last you a long time. You just change out the brush heads. But you press this, and it's a sonic vibration, but it's like, I don't wanna say gentle, but you can still, not that you can't do that with a Sonic toothbrush, but you're supposed to like really just kind of hold it like with a Sonicare and just do like little motions. You're not supposed to be like, ah. These earrings are really distracting. I feel like when I see myself, I've got my ear pods in. They're pretty cute. Anyways, I don't know, are they? I kind of like them. They're like white enamel. They're kind of cool. I was like, you know, sign up for the subscription. Every 3 months, you'll get a new battery for your base, and you'll get a new brush head for $5, like $5 flat, like everything included. And I was like, that's pretty good, you know, like I can get behind that. So yeah, if you want to buy the toothbrush, I have a $5 off code. It's so inexpensive, especially if you get the $20 one. It's like $15. Like that's insane. So, and they're the same. It's just this handle is metal and the other one's plastic. I mean, I felt both of them. I couldn't really tell because I bought mine like in store and like actually felt it. I don't know, pretty cool. So I'll put the little code below. But the coolest thing is that it like comes with this little container. It's not bulky. Like my Sonicare was like sitting on my counter. I was like, ugh. It has this little thing that like sticks to your mirror, and you can like unstick it and put it back as many times as you want. But when you go on vacation, you just take it down and put that on top of your toothbrush. And then you can like stick it to the mirror wherever you go. So anyways, I thought that was really cool, and it looks really cool in my bathroom, and I absolutely love it. And it looks like really cool here, like where I get ready, like at my sink. So yeah, the Kylie eyeshadow, I got this one. I'll link to it. But this is a really good one, okay? So yeah, and then something else. I don't know if you guys know about this, but Too Faced has a new waterproof liquid eyeliner, and it's Better Than Sex. So, okay. Y'all know the Better Than Sex mascara is one of my favorites, and I just cracked open a new one of these. But they have a Better Than Sex eyeliner, which I absolutely love. And what's really cool about it is that, you know, it's like a felt tip, but it's not one that's so hard. Like it like has some flex at the end. Do you know what I mean? So I really, really love it. And it's waterproof. So I haven't had any issues with it, like traveling or doing any of that, which I can't stand, but I always end up getting that, but I haven't with this. I think it's because sometimes I use those pencil eyeliners. All right. I feel like we've talked about this a lot this month. Y'all know this Pillow Talk blush is my favorite. I'll link to that. And I really love the eyeshadow too. That's what I'm wearing today, the Pillow Talk eyeshadow. And I've been wearing this color right here a lot. And Pop is this color. And when I did that video, I kind of showed you just to kind of like dab it. And when you do it, kind of really get your finger in there. Just do it with your finger. Really get your finger in there, because if you just swipe it, you'll just get the surface little shimmer. But if you really rub it, you'll get like the pretty frost and the pretty color. And I just like, I do that. And it's nice. I've already got some on there, so I'll leave that alone. But this is a really, really good little quad. I really loved this, the Jouer Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer. Creaseless soft matte with hyaluronic acid, so it's perfect for the under eye area. And what I do is I use like my regular under eye concealer that has like the serum, you know, the By Terry one, but then I put this just like right here. And then I, you know, blend it with a beauty blender. But I wanted to show you guys, I normally don't put powder all over my face, but sometimes I'll put some here. And I wanted to show you guys what this does. So the Too Faced, they have this whole new like Do You, because you know they have the Do You Watermelon Foundation, which I actually really like that foundation. But they came out with primers, and these are the ones, was there a third one? I don't remember. Anyways, these are just the two that I like. The Fresh Glow in Radiant Nude and the Fresh Glow Luminous Face Primer. That's what they're both called. This one is Radiant Pearl, and this one is Radiant Nude. The Radiant Nude is beautiful. I just put it on like a primer. Is it a must-have? I don't know. A lot of times I skip primer. I mean, whatever. I just don't like a whole lot of like layers. But if you notice, I feel like I look a little extra glowy today. So it is very nice, and it is very glowy. This one is almost like too bright and glowy. It's like almost like strobe. So you could take it and maybe just dip, you know, a beauty blender in it and just kind of like, you know, put it on after the fact. Although I don't know if I would do that. I don't want to like mess up my face right now. But you know, this one might be really pretty mixed in with your actual foundation, you know, to mix like a little half and half. But this one was pretty. I thought that it just gave me a really nice glow, the Radiant Nude, and it didn't feel greasy, felt fresh, so I really like that. But so they have the translucent powders. This is the Translucent Radiant Pearl Fresh Glow Setting Powder. And first of all, the packaging in this is the most like genius setting powder packaging I've ever seen. It has like a little, oh, okay, well, it's just gonna go over it. Like, you know, it does like that. And then it has like a little net kind of deal. But let me show you guys what I like to do with this. So this is like my go-to brush. I kind of mush it in. You can mush it in the lid. And then just do that. And I'm not kidding. Okay, can you see the difference? Holy goodness. I wish I would have done this at the beginning of the video. Such a perfect powder for this area of your eye because it doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look too radiant. It's just perfection. So let me put a little more. So kind of like that left side. This is the F87 brush. This is my favorite just to use for that area. How good, right? Oh my gosh, I wish I would have done that at the beginning of the video. Huh. And it smells like watermelon. So, so this is my new favorite setting powder. It's like one of those situations, yeah, totally. Where the powder is like not blended. It's not good, you wanna make sure. You always wanna make sure you got that. So thank you guys for watching. Do you let people do what they want, and all this judgment like bullshit has to stop. So thank you guys for watching. I love y'all so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, you guys.